The work doesn't stop, guys. You can see this is my passion. It's currently show day morning. I've been awake since... Oh, I didn't sleep very well last night. Not because of excitement or nerves, even though I am excited for today's show. More of a case of I think my body clock's just messed up. I've been waking up at stupid times constantly. So I'm planning to hopefully sleep at some point today. I'm going to be setting like basically multiple alarms throughout the day just to kind of make sure that if I do fall asleep that I wake back up and then I can check the live stream. So I've paid for the live stream myself so I can kind of see who's on stage based on the schedule, and roughly I'm going to time each class and see where I need to, like how basically a rough estimate of when I need to be going to the venue itself. I need to be there around about maybe 2 hours before my estimated stage time because I need to get the next coat of tan on. Watching Ian Valaire's video, this is like a month ago, but he's training with Eric Janicki, and I'm a big fan of Eric Janicki, his training methods and techniques and styles. Very, very interesting. The Cardiff game is about to start now, so I will be placing, look, there's Dubai on my screensaver. I will be putting the Cardiff game on shortly now. So that's good. That starts at 7 a.m. our time, which is like 3 p.m. UK time. The kind of my thought process, I woke up this morning, I put some motivational music on. I'm the exact same body weight as what I woke up on the weigh-in morning, which is pretty good. I went out and got myself a coffee from Starbucks again. Been doing that like every morning. My mindset, like, when it comes to competition, guys, like, especially when you coach yourself, but even if you don't coach yourself, even if you have a coach, I speak to a lot of bodybuilders, right? And we're all like kind of similar in many ways. And no matter how good your physique is, no matter how good things are going, you always have self-doubt. Like, self-doubt creeps in. There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of riding on this one moment on stage, which is like 10 minutes, which is like a 0.01% snippet of like the entire training career, let's say, when you've been training for 15 years, or even the contest prep itself, even if you've been on prep for 8-9 months, right? Like, being on stage is still like 0.01% of the whole like the amount of time, right? So it's so much that goes into it. It would be very hard and very difficult not to put pressure on it and not to like have some anxiety or have some doubt, or do you know what I mean? And especially at this level, like WNBF Worlds is the best, it's the Olympia for natural bodybuilding. Pro WNBF Worlds, like pro bodybuilding, the guys are crazy. Like I like to say I've got a decent physique, right? I'm pretty content and proud and happy with like the physique I've managed to build, right, in my life naturally. However, like, there's levels to this, and the guys that I see in WMF Worlds and the guys that I'm going to be going up against today, even in the amateur ranks, and tomorrow, like, it's just insane. Even yesterday, the WMF men's physique pro that I was watching in the gym, like, you look at men's physique guys sometimes and we have this perception like, oh, they don't have no legs, like, or they're small. This guy that I think I even filmed a quick clip of him posing, he's from Spain, the guy, and his physique is crazy. Like, so much density and muscle and insane level of conditioning, proportions and symmetry, everything. And he's just like, he's natural, you know? And like, arguably, like, I prefer his physique to a lot of guys that I see taking steroids, like, you know? And it's just the elite level of competition competitors. And this is why I do this personally. I want to test myself against the very, very best. It would be very easy to go, like, which is something a lot of bodybuilders do. They let this anxiety or this fear or like knowing the standards, like, they let it just cripple them to a point where they don't compete, or they go into like a 4-year long off season, and it's like, yeah, well, all right, hiding away from stage, you might progress a little bit, but realistically, like, we all know why you're doing it, because it's probably the fear of like, you don't want to show yourself that you're not good enough. One thing that I combat this myself, and what helps me kind of get over this, is the fact that, like, why do I do all this in the first place? It's because I enjoy it. I love training, first off. I love shaping and building my physique. I love tweaking the diet and especially going into a contest prep and a show. playing around with different variables to try and present a better look and a better outcome. I enjoy that process, guys. So regardless of what happens on stage, I'm looking forward to Monday. I'm going to be competing Saturday and Sunday. I'm looking forward to Monday of getting back in the gym with a bit less stress and just being able to work out and train and freely without any pressure, you know, because going in the gym yesterday, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm getting enjoyment of the training and pushing the training, and I'm like, oh, Lewis, you need to back off. This is too much volume. Maybe this is too much exercise. Or where do you need more pump in which muscle at the moment? Like, where are you running flat? You know, like all these things are going in my head. It's not as enjoyable as when like you're just in the off season, you don't have a show coming up, you know. So I'm very looking forward to that, and then just being involved in the bodybuilding space. Like, I'm a fan of the sport. Like, I would probably buy WNBF World's live stream if it wasn't a stupid time. If I was in the UK, I would want to watch this show. I really just want to take in this moment and experience it for what it is, and not so much about my ego or like putting pressure on the outcome, and like it's all in God's hands, really, guys. Like, we can do the work and we can present the look, but there's so many different factors and variables that I just feel like if it's God's plan for you to do well at a show or place higher or win the pro card, or like, you will place where you're meant to place, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, we have to prepare the correct way and the right way, and I have been doing that, but I just feel like sometimes, guys, you got to take a step back and you got to really just chill out and like remember why you do these things. And for me, I never got into training, I never got into dieting because I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I liked to diet because I wanted to see how it would change my physique. I like to train because I just love training and I love the whole physique development. It's the best part of my day. So I'm going to continue that long before bodybuilding, which is what I was doing, and I'm going to be doing that long after bodybuilding. And going out on stage, it's just it's like a postcard. It's just going up, presenting your art, basically, of what you've been working on, and go into the world like, look, this is what I've built, this is what I've made. And I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm not gonna look down on that, regardless of what the placing is. And that's my mindset today, guys, for show day. I will try and film a few clips, but most of it is going to be probably captured with the professional shot, and I'll probably do what I normally do, which will be a voice over, guys. But anyway, the Cardiff game's about to start. I'm going to get into meal number 1. I'm not going to film or show you my meals today. I will be tracking it all, so I'll potentially show you the screen recording afterwards of what I run and what I did, but I just don't want to get like my mind talking about what I'm eating and what I'm doing. I just want to stay present and focused and kind of, just keep my eyes on the task at hand and enjoy the moment, guys. So I will see you at the show. So guys, my quick assessment of what we're looking like at the moment. I'm actually pretty happy with the look. I feel like I don't need as much carbohydrate as I probably think I need. I want to kind of, I need to get tighter with a little bit of carbohydrates and a little bit of salt and a little bit of water, but nothing too excessive. I don't feel like it's needed for the entire day, to be honest, guys. I feel like I'm gonna just run like very small calorie meals containing a bit of everything, a bit of fat, a bit of carbs, a little bit of protein. Yeah, if I feel like I need to fill out more, we'll add in a bit more carbs. If I feel like I need to dry out more, I will maybe opt for a protein and fat only meal. I just need to stick to what I've said. I've literally wrote down in my notes like what I want to do today, and that's what I'm going to be making sure that I stick to. Because when you think about it, like, if I go heavier in one meal, it would be hard to rectify that, right? Whereas if I err more on the cautious side, I can rectify that better. Like, if I overspill or overdo something, you'll be panicking, you'll be stressing, physique will look worse and worse and worse. Whereas if I just slowly taper up and kind of slowly get closer and closer to that look that I'm after, that's going to be the better way to go about doing it, because I do have a lot of time. I've literally got majority of today, guys, I won't be going on the stage. I don't think, my alarm's just going off, I don't think until maybe 5 p.m. at night is my estimation, 6 p.m. So I've got a lot of time to do changes if I need to. And in terms of scale weight, like there is like a scale weight that I kind of want to be aiming for around. I want to be around about 155 on stage, and I woke up today 156.5, I think. So with the food going in with the water, but with drying out and filling out the muscle cell, I feel like we will be around about that weight that I'm suggesting.
And figure class. Audience, please welcome with me, men's physique short. Can we have some lights? Okay, let's move to the side, please. We try to fit all on stage. Gentlemen, go over there. 106, look at me. Please go down the stage. We try to fit them all. We will have a look at all of you first, and then let's see if we need to split or not, because we have a huge stage.
Voiceover. This is gonna be show number 1 of 3 shows. Obviously, I did the 2 pro shows the day afterwards. Sorry about the long segment at the first part of this video, but I really just wanted to showcase my mindset going into this show and the whole process, just to give you a real good insight into what it's like to be a natural bodybuilder at the top level, because this is the top level, obviously men's physique worlds, pro worlds. It doesn't get any bigger than this, guys. For WNBF is like the IFBB of the natural space. Everybody knows that. I know the IFBB got their own natural shows now, but in my opinion, they're not fully natural. They're only 3 years drug tested. They're the true natural federation. 10 years minimum drug tested. A lot of us are lifetime naturals. Um, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying the video, guys. It's currently, I think, 4 weeks post show now. Obviously, I'm back home in Dubai as I'm recording this video today. Apologies for how long it's taken me. I have had this footage for even around about 2 weeks now. I'm only doing this voiceover today, but I can tell you as of now, guys, I don't want to give anything away just yet with the results and the outcome, because you're watching this hopefully and you don't know. But yeah, I can tell you that it feels still very, very good today watching back this footage. Knowing the outcome, knowing the results, I'm very, very happy and content, more than content of how everything went. Um, and yeah, filming and looking back at these videos, obviously I can't even remember what I filmed on the morning of show day. So this is the good thing about documenting the process, guys, even just for myself, more than anything. I get to see and look back of just how my mindset was going into this show in the morning of the show and post show, and because I can't remember ultimately, and it was only when I came to editing this video this morning, like that it was just really good to see. And like I said in my post show wrap up, like which you're gonna see after the show day, yeah, all praise to God for this. Like he really did guide and direct my steps, and I can't take full credit for this one, guys, but that being said, we obviously work hard for this. We put the work in, and yeah. But here is the show day. There was 13 of us out on stage first. I gotta say as well, guys, like this by far was the best production. We got moved into the middle here. Yeah, amazing. I didn't really know I was in the middle up until this point. I knew obviously, like I'm not naive, like I've done bodybuilding a long time now. I knew I was getting close to the middle, but it's nothing new to me. Like I've always kind of been in the mix of most of my shows that I've done. So getting called into the somewhat center, like I said, I didn't know I was in the center here, but I was like, they've moved me in, so that's obviously a good sign. Um, but then when I holded that position for like I pretty much didn't move from this whole position, and they moved guys continuously around me. So that's the more they moved people around me and didn't move me, made me believe like I'm probably in that center stage. But you never really know fully. As you can see, I'm standing right on the X, which means I'm in the middle, but I can't see that, so I'm not looking down at the floor and seeing the X, so I don't know that in the moment. But you're just obviously doing what you've practiced, running through the poses, trying to be as efficient as possible, as quick as possible. As you see, I'm in the pose mostly the first. I like to be in the pose first and out of the pose first. I've always kind of done that because the judges are going to draw their eyes to you. Yes, you're holding the pose for longer, but it's in my opinion, it's just the best way to do things because their eyes are on you more. Yeah, you can transition into the poses and take a little bit of time, a bit of composure, but you want to be efficient, you want to be quick, and you want to be fast.
111 and
Um,
208. Switch places, please.
So yeah, guys, here they called, like I said, they called all of us out. There's 13 competitors in this class. There was two divisions on the day. Oh yeah, I forgot as I was talking about. This was by far the best venue that I've ever. This was by far the best venue that I've ever
122. Switch
competed
places,
at.
please.
The production was the best in terms of the live stream, the cameras, the
Be
backstage.
sure to be
How
on
the
the line,
show
please.
run was a
Join us at
lot better than
Enquiries.
I've previously experienced being at
864,
WNBF
and we are
Worlds.
in the front
It was
rows.
pretty close to being on schedule and on time.
Close.
The people backstage were perfect. The backstage area itself had multiple sections to it. It was really good. You had guys constantly checking, calling your numbers, coming and chasing you even if you were in the toilets. It was just overall, guys, like the best, and not just because of the outcome, but like genuinely, like it was the best venue that I've ever seen in terms of bodybuilding. Like what you're seeing here, like it looks very good with the live stream and the production, and like it really was as good as it looks. Like even the crowd was really full. Like there was a lot of people at this show, guys, and yeah, like I said, it was the best show I've ever been to. And it should be like this, being at WNBF Worlds. Back in, I think, 2022, when I previously went to LA, the venue was not as good, the production, the timing, everything, but they had to switch venues. Anyone that went to that show, they had to switch venues last minute thing, like I think a week before the show. So obviously, things were thrown off. And this was the venue, the original venue that they normally do in LA, and I can see why they like this venue and why they want to do this. Because like I say, it was unbelievable. But yeah, as you can see now, they still keeping me in that center stage, guys. And looking back at these pictures, these videos, the standard was high, especially in like that top five, top six area. As you know, this was the first time I've ever done men's physique, but I obviously follow the sport. I coach athletes. Um, Before this, in men's physique classes, I watched the natural men's physique.
121.
I'm a fan of the sport in terms of the natural and the IFBB side. So I'm aware of how things kind of operate, but I would say my posing, I it could have been better, and I know now having spoken to the judges' feedback, I know how to correct it, and I'm a little bit clenched over a little bit more. As you can see, I think the guy's name's Raphael, the guy
On the
next to
line,
me
please.
here, on the left.
Perfect.
Um,
On the line, please.
he was opening up his physique a little bit more. Instead, I was like crunching down too much. And that's not what they want to see the judges in terms of men's physique. But obviously, I got the feedback immediately after this show in the evening, and I think I corrected it for the pro show the following day. But
Turn to the right.
that being said, the back shots here, guys, I would clearly say that I do win from the back. Um, I have the most density, and especially in the lower lat area. And I do think a lot of the guys in that top five, not all of them, but some of them,
Turn to
it
the
was
right.
just posing tweaks. Like they didn't know how to pose their lower lats. They had the muscle and density there, they just weren't posing correctly to bring it out. And this is the importance of posing, guys. You can make a small tweak and it can make a world of difference. But in terms of the front, I was holding the poses, so they send us off now, and they immediately call us back out for the first call out, and they called me out first, guys. As you're watching in real time here, they called me straight back out. So that's when I knew, okay, like I was set a stage then, because they called me out first. And as you're gonna see now, they don't move me. They only switch me with the guy who was in second place. Well, one of us was in first or second, because now I believe they call us out in six amount of guys. And this is the first call out, guys. So yeah, so you don't know if you're set a stage or not. I was aware of this when they recalled us out, that I was kind of had a good awareness where I was like, okay, there's six of us here, so I'm either one or two basically, as long as I hold that middle phase, which I did. Um, and yeah, they just keep on running us through pose, and I had a good amount of stage time, which I knew going into this. This is my third time at Worlds, guys. WMF Worlds, they like to run us through the posing. They like to give us a lot of stage time, which again is why, in my opinion, is the best federation out there. But I'm really, really happy with my back posing here, guys. Like anyone that knows and you've watched the channel, I've had this imbalance and this issue with my posing, and for the pretty much the last year, maybe year and a half, I've been religiously doing mobility, stretching, and posing every single day before my training sessions, guys, without fail. And maybe missed around 10 days in that whole period of time, and it shows, guys, on stage. Like I judges are telling me like, Lewis, what happened to your injury? It seems to have disappeared. And I'm like, it's still there, but like clearly I've worked on it, like mobility. I still have the structural problem there. I still feel the bone structure's off, but in terms of the muscle and the imbalance, it's pretty much healed itself, guys. But again, I've been putting the work in. I would say this guy on the right side of me, the guy in the blue shorts, not the guy in the middle, the other guy. In my opinion, he has the best physique here. Like, he has the most muscle, he has the best condition, he has the best structure in terms of abs. Where he fails is his back posing, guys. As you can see here, most of us are sticking our glutes out, he's sticking his glutes in. He has the muscle density in the back, but he's not able to show it off because of his posing. And that's why he's getting moved out to the edge here. Because in men's physique, there's basically two poses, guys, back and front, right? That's basically it. Yeah, we have the quarter turns on the side, but you're in the front, you're in the back shot. So if we're all winning or getting close to winning the front shots, but he's losing by a mile in the back shots, he's not going to place highly enough, right? So he probably beats me from the front, but he doesn't win from the back, and that's obviously a big issue for him. And I would say he's leaning a bit too, bending, even on his front shot, he's crouching too far forward, which the judges don't like, and he's also bending his knee too much. You need to be upright. You need to show a wider and more, like, I don't know, a bigger structure frame. If you're bending your knees too much, you don't look as big, right? So yeah, if he tweaked his posing, I think he probably wins this class, to be honest. But I don't really know what his back looks like with his glutes out, but I can imagine it's going to be a lot better than what it was. Um, but yeah, the standard was very good here, guys. Like, even this guy on the far opposite side in the other blue shorts, his physique was really, really good. But he had the worst he had the worst men's physique shorts on stage. They were too long for him. And again, guys, these small minor details make a difference on the big stage. Like, you gotta make sure you nail everything for the judges to keep their eyes on you, to see you, to put you in that position. So this is the second call out here, and the standard again is pretty good. Like, as you can see, I think a lot of the guys in this class, they had good posing, good conditioning. It's just were lacking probably a little bit of that muscle density, the size that we all had in the first call out. And then there's some guys in this class, I would say, that have a lot more size, but they don't have the conditioning. Especially the guy in the yellow trunks here. Sorry, guys, I don't know most of you guys' names as well. I did obviously connect and meet, especially the guys in the top five. Um, we were having a lot of banter backstage as well. The guys in the top five, all you boys know, if any of you follow or watch this, it was. I know everyone says, "Oh, the guys were friendly, everyone, all," but genuinely, like the top five in this men's league, we were all like having good banter backstage, and it was really fun, guys. And credit to all you boys, like we made it fun, and it was a good experience. And it was good to compete with all you guys, and you were all at a high standard, including myself. And that's what I want to do, guys. I want to test. I don't want to just win a show that's like not good standard. And this definitely was high standard, as I believe you would all agree watching back this footage. So this was the pose down here, and then they call us out for the award, guys. Yeah, like I said, super happy with the look. Um, all things considered, had a very good amount of fullness, with a good balance of the condition. I could have been tighter for this show, definitely, and I kind of messed up my peak with that. And when I say messed up the peak, it's two reasons why I wasn't as good as I wanted to be. One was the time difference. My body was just jet lagged, and the whole week, even though I arrived early on the Tuesday, I just wasn't on a good time schedule. My body was not looking at its best at certain times, and my sleep was off. And then secondly, a common theme with me, guys, going into peak week, I just trained a little bit too hard again on the lead up into the shows. I did take rest days, a good amount of rest days when needed, but I just was a little bit too intense in terms of the posing. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to leave this video here. You're going to see the award and then the wrap-up video after. If you've liked the video, smash a like, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.
Benjamin Elizalde. Then there were two. Second place goes to competitor number 124, Rafael Diaz. And the winner, newest WNBF Pro, competitor number 120, representing WNBF UK, Lewis Summerson.
Gentlemen, go closer together. Let's have a proper picture. Place the trophies. Strike a pose. Give White Dragon and Alfred the possibility to do a really good picture. And Nick and his team, they do an awesome job. Thank you. The winner on its own.
Thank you, gentlemen. Lewis, if you'd like to stay out on stage for a photograph by yourself. It's our newest WNBF Pro, eligible to compete tomorrow in our pro show. Representing WNBF UK. Congratulations. Don't go too far. You're going to come back out here for that overall.
Guys, I can't believe it. Honestly, just got back home now. Things were getting emotional in the car, let's just say that. I've been with like the judges' feedback, registering for tomorrow's pro show now. Yeah, and I was with a few of the guys who I was competing with and stuff. By the way, guys, this trophy is actually absolutely massive. Look at it, it's bigger than my head. Just unbelievable, guys. Like, you would have seen the videos, you would have seen me talking this morning, you would have seen this whole process. And I know I haven't filmed much today. I took my camera with me backstage. I don't think I filmed pretty much anything. Didn't film posing up, didn't film my meals today. I think I filmed a quick clip of backstage and that was it, guys. And I will go into it, I'm sure, in more detail, in more depth, but for now, I just wanted to give you a quick, raw feeling of everything, and I want to, like, just be honest as well. Obviously, I need to get to sleep because we got more work to do, guys. It's 9 o'clock now, I literally just got home. I did have a Five Guys burger, not Five Guys, In-N-Out burger and fries to hopefully give my physique a little bit more fullness and fill back out a bit, because definitely super fatigued, depleted. But we got 2 pro shows now to do tomorrow, guys, and I want to bring my best for that. My attention goes on that, and then I'm sure when that show's over tomorrow, that's when everything's gonna hit me. But for now, there's still more work to do. But I just want to say, like, this morning when I woke up, I know I don't talk too much on the channel about, like, my faith and, like, Jesus and God and stuff, but literally, like, I try to pray most mornings, guys, and this morning I was talking and I was praying and talking to God, and I know it might sound crazy to some of you who don't believe, but God was telling me, like, Lewis, like, where is your faith? Like I was basically talking to God in a negative way, I'm gonna lose again, you know, it's not gonna go good today, my physique's not looking good. It was just very negative. And God spoke to me and he said, Lewis, where's your faith? He's like, God literally said this to me, do you believe that you can win the pro card today? Do you believe that you can win this division, this men's physique division? And my answer back was, yes, I do. And then God said, well, let me just guide and direct your steps for you. And he clearly did that, guys. I just focused on, like I said, I didn't want to film too much. I just focused on doing the things I needed to do. And it was my time, guys. Like, I just felt like this was mine today. Like, I just had a feeling. It feels surreal though, even though I did kind of envision it beforehand. I just can't believe it. Like, I'm men's physique world champion, amateur world champion. You know, to win your pro card at WNBF Worlds is arguably the hardest show to win a pro card in. So when it comes to bodybuilding, I got 5th place in my overall to win that. You know, it took me years to get that pro card. This is my very first men's physique show ever, guys. Like, I've never done it before, and I haven't even been practicing posing that much. And when I say that much, I literally practiced the day before this show, guys, because I was mostly practicing my bodybuilding poses. So it's crazy. Like, I work with clients and lifestyle clients and competitive clients, and a lot of my competitive, like, I've prepped men's physique clients before, and they always say to me, like, Lewis, have you done men's physique before? And I always say, no, I haven't. And I always felt a little bit like, I don't know, I always say, like, I'm a person of my word. Like, I would never tell a client to do something that I haven't done before, right? So I always felt a bit, when I was, like, I can coach a client to get conditioned, fullness, everything, but, like, in terms of, like, all my clients, I help with the posing as well, right? So when it comes to the posing, because I hadn't done men's physique and I haven't won a pro card, I felt like I didn't quite qualify for that. And winning this pro card now, I'm 2-time WNBF pro. Like, I've won pro card in bodybuilding, coached myself. I've now won a bodybuilding pro card, a men's physique pro card. So any competitors that I have now, bodybuilding or men's physique, like I've been there and done it. I've self-coached myself, so I know I can be more than equipped and help others do the same thing. So it's a big deal to me, guys, not only in terms of the trophy. Yeah, it's an amazing trophy. It's great. Like, this is my CV basically, because I'm highly passionate about what I do in terms of coaching, highly passionate about bodybuilding, guys, and this is just unbelievable. And I I can believe it because I did have the faith, and all praises to God. Like, he guided me, directed me, he gave me the vision. I mean, if it weren't for God, I wouldn't even be here today, right? So unbelievable. Can't believe it, even though, like I said, I did believe in myself that I can achieve these things, but still, when it happens, it's just unbelievable. Anyway, gonna get to sleep now because we got another big day ahead tomorrow, guys. Competing in 2 classes, so I'm just gonna sign this video out from here. See you tomorrow, I guess, guys. This is like a marathon I'm doing right now, like some endurance event. When this show is over tomorrow night, like, I feel like I'm gonna be super exhausted like I am now. Probably like the days after that, but then I'm going traveling around America, so I don't have time to even somewhat relax. It's just gonna be crazy hectic, but I'm here for the ride, guys. Can't believe it. On to the next one.